my name is Natalie from Love and Light Pilates. Today we're going to be going through a full body flow. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and spin onto the back and we'll get started. Okay, so go ahead and come on down. Whew. Get yourself situated. Your knees are up to the ceiling. Hands and arms are pressing down onto the mat, and your feet should be sit bone distance apart, so a little bit of space in between them. Okay, double check that you right now have a little lift beneath your low back. We're in a neutral spine. We'll take an inhale to prepare, and with our exhale, all you're gonna do is just push the low back down onto the mat now and scoop your belly in and up, okay? Now, roll your tailbone back towards your heels and recreate that little lift. We exhale, push the low back down and squeeze the belly in tight. And inhale, a little lift beneath the low back, back to neutral spine. Let's do that 3 more times. Good, push the low back down, scoop the belly, squeeze it in. And inhale, release that tailbone back towards the heels. And here for 2. Let this flow through the whole entire spine. Good, our last one here. Exhale, scoop the belly, push the low back down. And finally, returning back to neutral. Now let's go ahead and get into our full bridge. Inhale, exhale, push the low back down, scoop the belly, and then start to curl tailbone, low back, mid back, all the way off of the mat, until finally you're at the top. You'll inhale, pause, then exhale, begin to melt it all the way back down. Good, releasing that tailbone back to neutral. And exhale, push the low back down, scoop the belly in, then start to lift each vertebra up before the next, all the way working your way through that spine until you're at the top. You inhale, pause, and exhale, begin to melt it down. Same thing, lay each bone in the spine down before the next. Beautiful, release back to neutral. Let's do 6 more pelvic curls here. Good. Inhale, pausing at the top, squeeze your bum, and exhale, melting it down. Make sure your palms and your arms are firmly pressing down onto the mat. They're great stabilizers for us. In addition, we can think of our heels pressing down onto the mat to steady our body. Good, those inner thighs have to be working and engaged so the knees don't begin to open to the side or start to wobble. Beautiful. At the top, squeeze your ribs together, pull that belly button in. Let's go through 3 more now. Taking care of our spine, keeping it flexible, keeping it mobile for the rest of our lives. Good, inhale, pause at the top, squeeze that bum, tuck that tailbone under. And exhale, melting it down. Good, and here for 2 more. As you're rolling it up, have that pubic bone shining towards your face the whole time to help you with that spinal articulation. And melting it down. Beautiful, last one here. We'll hold it at the top. Okay, holding it on up. Let's go ahead and begin to lift our hands and arms over the shoulders. Squeeze your bum. Remember that tailbone's tucked under at the top, so you're not overarching your back. Then we'll start to reach just right arm behind us. Bring that right arm back over the shoulder, and left arm will reach. Good. Okay, keep on going here. Let's go for 4. Squeeze your bum so the hips don't drop whatsoever. And here for 2. Beautiful, last one. Then keep the hands and arms over the shoulder blades and start to squeeze your bum as you pulse the hips up and down. Good, let's go for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Right arm reaches to the side now. And lift that arm back up. Left arm reaching to the side. And back up. Let's go for 4. Good, getting a nice stretch across the chest, across that arm. And here for 2. Did your hips drop at all? Can we lift up a little bit higher for our last one? Then bring that arm over, and let's pulse again. For 6, squeeze your bum. Don't let go of that squeeze. For 4, here for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. You got it. Let's start to reach both of our arms over now, and back over those shoulders. And let's go for 4. Don't let your rib cage open. Keep on squeezing it together as if you're wearing a corset. Here we go for 2. Last one here. Beautiful. Okay, can you guess what's coming? Let's open those arms to the side now. Huge stretch across the chest. And bring it back over. Here for 4. My bum is definitely burning by now. Let's go for 3. Good, lift up a little bit higher. For 2. And our last one here. Finally, okay, bring those arms over. Keep the arms up as you begin to melt each vertebra down before the next. Arms are already up, perfect opportunity to hug those legs in. A little shimmy side to side to massage the low back. Nice work there. Okay, go ahead and bring your feet back down onto the mat, back in our neutral spine. I'm gonna scoot down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go into one more bridge. We'll inhale, prepare. Exhale, push the low back down, scoop the belly, and begin to curl each vertebra up before the next. Beautiful, we're at the top. Let's start to transfer the weight into our right foot and lift our left leg into tabletop position. From there, you'll start to extend that leg to the ceiling, drop it down, bend, and extend again. And let's go for 5. Squeezing your right glute so that your pelvis is square to the ceiling. You're not dropping at all. Beautiful. For 2. Stay steady. There's no rush with these. Last one. Okay. Set that foot down, lift a little bit higher, transfer the weight to the left foot, right leg lifts to tabletop, it extends to the ceiling, we drop it down, bend and extend. Here for 5, squeeze that left glute so that hamstring doesn't cramp. Good for 3. Press those palms down, press those arms down. And last one here. Beautiful. Set that foot down. Let's lift a little bit higher, transfer the weight, and left leg lifts again. This time, start to extend the leg out long, lift up straight and bend. Here for 5. Use your breath to help you get through this. You got it. And here for 3. Squeeze that right bum. For 2. And last one here. Bend, set the foot down, lift a little higher, transfer the weight, and we'll switch. Extend it out for 5. Good, squeeze that left glute for 4. For 3. For 2. And last one here. Bend, set the foot down, and carefully begin to melt each vertebra down before the next. From there, we'll draw right leg and left leg into tabletop and start to bring our fingers intertwined behind the head. Okay, from here, start to shimmy around to connect your low back down onto the mat. I want that low back absolutely glued down. We'll inhale to prepare and exhale, begin to lift our head and shoulders into a chest lift. And then lower back down. We exhale, lift, pushing the low back down. And inhale, lowering back. Let's do that 5 more times. Good. Okay, make sure your fingers are completely intertwined. It's like you're creating a basket for your head. Your elbows are wide. And as you lift, you look towards your inner thighs. Beautiful. Our last one here, we'll hold it up. Okay, start to straighten that right leg out long. You'll drop it down, bend, and extend to the ceiling. Let's go for 4. Here for 3. For 2. And 1. Switching sides. Left leg extends. We drop down, bend, and extend. Your low back is still glued onto the mat. And here we go for 4. Squeeze your ribs together. You got it for 3. Here for 2. And last one. Good, then let's reverse. We extend to the ceiling, we drop it down straight, we bend and extend. Good, here we go for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And last one here. Beautiful. Okay, one more time. We extend, we drop it down. We bend and extend. Good, here for 4. We'll get a break after this last set. Can you lift a little bit higher off of those shoulder blades? Push that low back down for 2. And last one here. Then start to bend, set right foot and left foot down, and rest head and shoulders back. Nice work there. Okay, from here, we'll start to reach our right leg and our left leg out long, and then we'll start to grab our right knee, pulling it into us. Good. Give yourself a little hug here, kind of compressing that hip flexor for a second. One more big breath in through the nose, and exhale, let it go. Then start to take that right knee over to your left side, and we'll get a nice little spine twist. Good, squeezing the ribs together. One more big breath. Beautiful, then come back through center. Begin to extend that right leg to the ceiling, and let's hold it up, pulling that leg into us to kind of release the back of the leg. We're gonna have to straighten this leg up to the ceiling in a second. Okay. Keep that straight leg over the hip. Rest your hands and arms down. You'll start to point your toes to the ceiling as you drop that straight leg down to the mat, then bend and extend up to the ceiling. We drop it down straight, we bend and extend. Good, let's go for 4. Focus on fully extending, fully straightening that leg. You might start to feel a little shake in your thigh as you do this. We're working those quads hard. When we have strong quads, not only do we have toned legs, but we have supported knees. Good. Okay, hold it on up and we'll reverse. We bend, extend it over the mat, and lift it up straight. Bend, extend, lift that straight leg over the hip. Good. Here we go for 3. Ribs squeezing together. Back of your neck should be long. Make sure you're not overarching the back of your neck. Last one here. Okay, hold that leg on up and let's bend and straighten for 5. For 4. Pull that belly button in. Here for 2. And last one. Okay, bend, reach that leg out long, and let's switch. Left leg draws into the chest, and we give ourselves a little hug. Beautiful. Then start to take that left leg over to your right side, getting a nice little spine twist. Draw those ribs together. You're welcome always to extend that left arm, looking to the left if you would rather increase that stretch a little bit further. One more big breath here. Good, then come back through center. Start to extend that leg to the ceiling and we'll get a nice release. Good. Really try to straighten that knee, pull that leg to you, flex the foot a couple times so you are stretching that calf as well. One more big breath here. Beautiful. Okay, hold that leg straight up over the hip, hands and arms down, back of the neck long. We point our toe, we drop it straight down, and we bend and extend. Good, here we go for 4. Full extension, squeeze the front of that thigh for 3. Here for 2. And last one here. Okay, go ahead and reverse that. We bend, straighten over the mat, and lift up with that leg. Here we go for 4. Full extension, lift that straight leg. Here for 3. Good, tap into that breath. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, let it go. Our last one. Okay, hold that leg straight on up. We bend and extend for 5. Point that toe, full extension for 4. Good, here for 3. Beautiful, for 2. And last one here. Okay, bend, set that foot down, reach it long onto the mat. From here, we'll reach our arms up overhead, palms facing one another. As we inhale, lift head and shoulders. Exhale, scooping the belly, rolling it on up. At the top, we're in a rounded spine. We inhale, pause. Then exhale, start to slowly as possible drop each bone down before the next. And reach those arms behind you. Let's go for 5 more. We inhale, lift. Exhale, scoop the belly, roll it on up. Scoop the belly at the top, inhale. And exhale, begin to melt it on down. Good. And here we go for 4. Inhale, pause, scoop that belly. And exhale, arms stay parallel to the mat. You lay each vertebra down before the next. And here we go for 3. Inhale, pause at the top. And exhale, melt it down. Good, 2 more here. Inhale, lift head and shoulders, hands hit the hips. Exhale, scoop the belly, roll it up. Inhale, pause. And exhale, melt it down. Good, focus on that control as slowly as possible, articulating the spine down. Okay, our last one, we're gonna hold it on up. Okay, holding it up, start to reach your hands to your feet, scooping the belly, really rounding that spine, feeling almost as if you're stretching the spine. Then start to melt it down halfway or to a point that you would be able to maintain. Mine's gonna be right about here. Then we'll start to reach our right arm up overhead, bring it back down, and left arm reaches overhead. Perfect. Let's go for 4. You're squeezing the heck out of the lowest portion of your belly. You're squeezing your ribs together, and you're still holding that C curve in the spine. Your low back is rounded. Nice, that was the last one there. Now let's start to reach our right arm out to the side, and left arm out to the side. Good, here we go for 4. Check in with yourself. Can you scoop the low belly a little bit more? Squeeze it in for 2. And last one here. Okay, lift it on up, reach the hands towards the feet, stretch the spine, scoop the belly. Then lower it back down to that same point. This time reach both of your arms up overhead. Ooh, I got a lot of shakes there. Let's do that 4 more times. We lift arms up and down. Squeeze the lowest portion in. Good for 2. Awesome, last one here. Okay, now we have 4 times to the side. And for 3, for 2. Last one here. Then start to pull those legs into you, coming into a balance, roll like a ball position. Hold your shins tight. As you inhale, roll back. And exhale, popping up into your balance position. Good. As we roll back and forth, I want you to make sure your belly button is never popping away from your spine. And you're holding your legs so tight that they don't extend ever. Good, let's go for 2 more. Beautiful, last one here. Then we'll go ahead and set our feet down onto the mat, open our knees to the side, and reach our hands in front of us, keeping our spine straight, not collapsing here, so we can get a nice hip opener. Let's stay here for 2 big breaths. Beautiful. Then go ahead and close those knees, come down onto your left side body. Okay, so coming down onto the left side, get yourself situated. We'll rest our head either on our hand or down on our arm. You'll start to stack both of those legs to 90 degrees, and then we'll lift our top right leg up into tabletop. Good. Begin to extend that leg to the camera. You'll start to pull that leg back, bend, and extend. Good. Okay, let's make this 10 right here. You're squeezing the heck out of your booty and you're constantly holding on to that squeeze. Your belly button's drawn in and you're trying your best not to completely collapse into this side body right here. Good. And here we go for 5. Long lines. Extend that leg, pull it back. Beautiful. For 3. For 2. Use your breath. Last one here. Okay, from there, we'll reverse that. We extend out long in line with our body, pull it straight forward, bend and extend. Good, that was 11 right here. And here we go for 10. Good. Are you maintaining that squeeze in the glute? Even thinking of squeezing right under your bum, kind of where your hamstring meets the glute. Hold on to it. Let's go for 6. Beautiful. For 5. 4. For 3. Pointing through that toe. 2. And our last one here. Okay, we're holding that leg out long. We're gonna do little tiny lifts. Good. Okay, pull that belly button and let's really concentrate here. Keep the squeeze in the glute. Little lifts. And let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Start to bend. Your foot should be higher than the knee, and we'll start to do those little lifts again. This will feel a little bit different than a straight leg. Good. Okay, once again, let's concentrate. Squeeze the belly really tight. Squeeze the glute. Let's lift for 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the leg down, punch out that glute, and we'll start to roll onto the back. Okay, so once we're on our back, start to bring your fingers intertwined behind the head again, just like we did in the beginning. And we'll draw our right leg and left leg into tabletop, shimmying around to connect your low back down. Inhale. Exhale, start to lift your head and shoulders back into your chest lift. This time, we're gonna straighten both of our legs to the ceiling, drop both of our legs down, then bend and extend. Good, let's go for 5. Pull those knees in, pull the belly button in for 4. Good for 3. Here for 2. Last one here. Okay, now start to reverse. We bend, extend out, and pull up straight for 5. Each time those straight legs come up, I want you to pull your belly button in tight. We're almost done. You got this for 3. Good for 2. And last one here. Then bend, set right foot and left foot down, rest your head and shoulders back, reach both of your legs out long, and reach those arms behind you. Roll up transition. We inhale, lift, exhale, scoop the belly, roll it up, and start to spin around to that opposite side. We're at the home stretch of class. Okay, so come down onto your right side, position yourself, get comfortable. Legs are bent, stacked to 90 degrees. We'll start to lift that left leg into tabletop. We'll begin to extend, pull that straight leg back, and bend it in. Good, here for 11. For 10. Good, let it flow. Bending and straightening, holding onto that squeeze. Good. I just had to remind myself, make sure the shoulder is relaxed. It's not creeping up to your ear. Beautiful. Okay, here we go for 5. That leg stays the same height the whole time. Hip height. For 3. Good for 2. And last one here. Okay, now reverse it. We extend it out long. We pull that straight leg forward. We bend and extend. Good, here we go for 10. Good, try to maximize that range of motion. Healthy hips here. For 7. Are you still squeezing your glute? Good for 6. For 5. For 3. Good, hips are staying steady. Make sure there's no wobbles here. And last one here, we hold that leg out long. Then start to do those tiny lifts. Good. Okay, we're gonna do that intense squeezing in a little bit. For now, little lifts, straighten that knee, point that toe, extend the leg. Okay, ready for it? Squeeze the belly in tight, squeeze that glute. Give it all you got for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend, foot is higher than the knee, and we lift. Beautiful little lifts. Good, with that heavy leg, mine is certainly. Good, and here we go for 6. Squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and set that leg down. Punch out your glute if you need it. And from here, we'll go ahead and roll over onto our belly. Hands on the mat so you can start to use your arms to push yourself back into a nice rest position or a child's pose as you note in yoga. Rest your forehead down onto the mat and we'll hold this for 2 big breaths. Good, from there, go ahead and walk your hands back to the knees. We'll start to take one big inhale, lifting our arms up overhead. Then exhale, meet your hands together, float them down to your heart center, finishing off today's class. Nice work, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you did, it would mean the absolute world to me if you can hit that like button or maybe the subscribe button. Until next time, sending you lots of love and light. Bye, guys.